Come chat. Hey, Sierra. Hey. I wish that we were able to like do the live a little bit differently. I don't like that the comments disappear so quick. Hey, cousin Latrell. Oh, y'all are so supportive. I love y'all. As I build my team or community over here, I do appreciate y'all. I really do. Um, so I think we're just gonna get started because we already started like super late. Hi, Yella. Hi. Go into your settings and slow them down. How do I do that? I will be sharing. Thank you. It's Yana. Oh, that's your full name. And I'm still in the mother. And I'm still in the fucking house. Do it look like I give? Cause I don't. All right, so I think we're just gonna get started. So, like I said, you guys, we are going to start building our community over here. Um, so it's gonna take some work. It's gonna take some effort, but we here now, and that's just gonna be what it is. All right. So, I think we're gonna briefly talk about it because again, like it is late, so I don't want to get too deep into it because we can actually continue this conversation tomorrow. So today, I'm so nervous, y'all. I don't know why. I'm so glad that it's just y'all in here because when I say my, I'm a little nervous because I'm doing stuff that I'm nervous. But anyway, let's just say losing yourself in a relationship. All right, so if you're currently in a relationship right now and you feel like you don't know who you are anymore, or you feel like that relationship you can't get, oh, thank you. I'm trying to. It's a little different. It's a little different. It's a little different. But if you are in a relationship and you feel like you are losing yourself, then that's something you're really going to have to take a step back on and reflect, right? So I don't know everybody's situation, and obviously that's going to take time for me to build a community, for me to kind of get some, feedback on what's what. Y'all, I'm so nervous. I don't even want to do it no more. But anyway, if you are losing yourself in a relationship, you are in the right place because this is exactly what I want to talk to you guys about. So we are going to go over if you lost yourself in a relationship or losing yourself after a relationship. So bear with me, y'all, because again, this is pretty new for me, and YouTube Live is a bit new as well. It's not set up the same way that I'm thinking for TikTok or anything like that. So it's kind of getting some used to getting, yeah, I got to get used to it a little bit. But hi, hope your day was fine. Jesus, help me. Should have took a breather. But so if the thing is that let me just tell you guys, with me, I am definitely a faith based person. So if that's just not something you believe in, this may not be the channel for you. It may not be the live for you. And that's okay because I do feel like without God, everything kind of falls apart, or you get out of alignment. And we end up with a lot of people, or in relationships with a lot of people that we're not even destined to be in, or that is not even on the same level as us, right? Because you are what you attract. So when you hear a person talking about, oh, this person, I can't stand him, or this or that, like talking about the person that you were with, you attracted them at some point because that's what was in you, right? When you are around other people, it's almost like you have scents, right? Like they call them pheromones. Okay, they call them pheromones. You are what you are attracted to, essentially. And it may not even be who you are as a person. It may have been just who you were during that time period of how you got with the person that you were not supposed to be with. I'm almost always done out of fear of being alone. Right. So you end up attracting people that is that same way, or you ended up attracting someone who preys on that. It could be either or, right? So I do feel like a lot of people are not taught how to walk away from a relationship that is no longer for them, and you end up growing more and out of or outgrowing that relationship and outgrowing that person because you may not be in that place any longer. That person may still be in that space, but at some point either you guys have to grow together, or you have to get out of that relationship, because you start to lose yourself um, when you don't know who you are, right? A lot of times we get into relationships we're not even full, we're not whole people, right? I do believe in order to have a healthy relationship, you have to have two whole people. You have to have two whole people. Because if you go into a relationship and you're already broken and you meet another broken person, you guys become a whole person, right? That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. Because this means that you don't even know who you are. You don't even know who they are. But all you know is it takes for you to be around that person or be with that person to eat, breathe, feel something, not feel lonely anymore, not feel fear, all of these things, right? So, oh, we starting with the trolls, y'all. But give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Broken can't mean meant broken if both is already broken. What do you mean? What do you mean by broken can't meant broken if both are already broken? Like they always said, hurt people hurt people. Yeah, I do feel like hurt people, but also hurt people attract hurt people. And I feel like that's something that we have to be aware of. Hurt people attract hurt people, just like miserable people will attract that, right? A lot of times you with this is okay, so let me just say this. When you are going through something, let's just say you went through a breakup, right? Let's just say you're feeling lonely. These are the times that you want to pay attention to, because you do not want to get in a relationship if you are in this kind of state, because you're going to attract people who are A, the same way, or B, who are going to prey on that. Be careful of dating when you are broken. Be careful. Like, you shouldn't even be dating, period, if you're broken, to be honest with you. If you still feel like lonely without someone there, that's something that you have to look at within the inside of yourself. Prayer and healing are necessary these days. It is. Prayer and healing is necessary, but I do feel like being realistic as well with yourselves to say, I'm not going to step into a relationship until I am whole, until I can enjoy my own company, right? Until I can no longer need a person to love me in order for me to feel loved. Broken people can't mend broken with both of them trying to find a peace. Yep, that is true. That is true. So be careful. Be careful. Honestly, I feel like people should open up to more therapy. Yep. Sure. Yes. People should be open to therapy more, but also I do feel like people should be vulnerable in where they are, right? A lot of people just try to jump into these relationships, but you're trauma bonding at that point, right? You're trauma bonding. So if I just got out of a relationship and I'm broken and I'm unhealed and I went 2 years without healing myself, now I'm going to attract another unhealed person. Because to be honest with you, when you are around people that are broken and you're a healed person, you would notice right off the bat. I don't even want to deal with you. I don't even want to mess with you like that because I see it. I'm healed. I can look at it for what it is. Don't trauma bond with somebody. But if you are losing yourself in a relationship, get out of that relationship. And if you don't know how, that's real. Because I do feel like a lot of people um, are taught to stay there, ride or die, ride it out, but they're not really taught how to walk away from a relationship, even when you love that person. Doesn't mean that you are serving that person well, because you could be the person that's not, you know, in the best shape. You could be the person that's not growing in your relationship. It don't always have to be the other person. Um, you never want to go back or where you're coming from. Yep, exactly. Never want to go back. Never want to go back. And be careful with dating and being with people if you are in a vulnerable place. Because again, you're gonna attract what you are broken from. So this is how people end up back in relationships with the same people, just different faces. Same people, different faces. Same situation, different faces. So now instead of one baby daddy, now you got four. Cause you didn't lay with a man that didn't want you the first time and you didn't listen. And then now you laid up with a second time, then you did it a third time, then you did it the fourth time. At that point it's you. At that point it's you. Because you're not healing yourself. So you're attracting exactly what you tried to get away from. You got to be healed. You have to be healed. So again, but this is losing yourself in a relationship. Hold on one second. I've always been huge a people pleaser, and I always put everyone's feelings above my own. I also have a tendency to see the best in people, even when there isn't really any good there. Okay, let me just touch on that. So if you are a people pleaser, that's dealing with rejection in your life. This means that you really have to break it down. I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to talk about the topics today. We're just going to talk to y'all. If you are a huge people pleaser, this means that you deal with a lot of rejection. It may have started from childhood. It may have even came into your adulthood, but 9 times out of 10, it started in adulthood. I mean, in childhood. You deal with rejection. This means that you don't like the feeling of someone saying no. You don't have, or not even no, just something you don't want to hear, right? It feels like rejection to you. So be careful of that, but also that's something that you have to look within yourself to say, okay, why am I trying to please you? Even when it hurts me, even when I'm bothered by it, I try to please you in how I'm answering you, how I'm showing up for you. It's dealing with rejection. Dealing with rejection. So who rejected you when you were little? Who made you feel like you were less than? Who made you feel like your opinion didn't matter? Who made you feel like you didn't matter? Who made you feel like they were more superior? Who made you feel like leaving you, you know, was something that you just don't want to experience again? Like, you have to look at that. Because people pleaser, that can really overtake you. It can overtake your mind. It can overtake everything. And you have to set a boundary, because at some point you have to love yourself more, right? You have to dig up the foundation that was set at a very early age, and you have to deal with those traumas and those PTSDs that you may have in order for you to walk through life without rejection, right? Hold on one second. That's how we end up with the saying, guys. Yep. I think it's key to learn letting go. A lot of people know how to. Yep, exactly. Yep. And next as an example, Need, except you didn't work from it. Move on. Yep, attacking your own cycle. Yes, 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 yes. A lot of times our parents unknowingly teach us rejection and follows us through our whole life. It sure does. Rejection can always cause some of us not to feel bold in whatever we do. Yep, cause to hold us to more damage. Exactly, because you don't want to experience that trauma again. You don't want to feel that feeling again. So that rejection can definitely keep you in a stagnant place. It can definitely keep you in that little girl mode, right? So even when you want to say something, you revert back to when you got hurt. So maybe you were 4 years old or 10 years old and somebody told you to shut up, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. Like, it's rejection. You owe it to yourself to do something about that. You owe it to yourself. I didn't know my worth at all, and I'm finally starting to. Having my daughter open my eyes the most, because I don't want her watching me thinking getting treated this way is okay. Exactly. But you know what I can say is me having a daughter of my own too. She's 15 going on 16. What I've noticed is that while you're going through your transition, whatever it is, right? Whether it's rejection, depression, oppression, anything like that, while you're uprooting and you're getting healing, it's okay to talk to your kids through, like, while you're going through it. It's okay to do so. So if you just got off the phone and you didn't know how to say no to somebody and your daughter heard it, just say, hey, listen, I just had the hardest time telling this person no. When someone asks you and you feel like this, don't do this. Do this instead. Teach her in those moments, right? Teach her in the actual moment where you say, I could have done this differently. I'm still working on this. Do this so you won't have to do this. Do this so you won't have to feel this. I feel like it's important when we talk to kids, because they understand and they get it more than we will ever know. And this is how you start to uproot cycles that may try to fall on your children. So it's easier said than done, though. It's easier for somebody to say, say no, say this, say that. It's easy to say that, but when it's deeply rooted and it's something inside of you just wants to curl up and just like revert back to a little child, all I can say is that stand on your nose. And if you are afraid that you're going to revert back or not have the power to say no or to stand on your boundaries, don't put yourself in that situation either. It's okay to cut people off. It's okay to not answer that phone call when you already know that they're going to ask you for some money. It's okay to not answer the phone because you know that they're going to ask you for a ride. It's okay to not answer your phone because they want to come over and it's okay. It's okay to love people from a distance. It's okay. It's okay. That will be okay. The world doesn't end with you not doing something for somebody. The world doesn't end, if you were to tell somebody no or not do something. It's okay. It's okay. We have to learn how to not only stop being a people pleaser, but stop giving what the flesh wants. Yes. 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 Because the more that you feed that thing, the bigger it's gonna grow. Right? So your rejection is now bigger than your love. Your rejection is now louder than who God has called you to be. You can't let that thing run your life. You can't let it run your life. You can't let it run your life. Don't let it. I wish that there was a way that we can keep these comments up. I'm really gonna have to learn how to do this YouTube thing. So I do thank y'all for bearing with me, because I know it feels like I'm all over the place, but I'm really trying to like stay over here, do this, do that. Yeah, you do have to love yourself. You do. And I'm gonna just say this. You can end up losing yourself in relationships. It don't even have to be a romantic relationship. It could even be a friendship. You can end up losing yourself when you don't know who you are. If someone was to ask you right now, what's your name? What do you do? Who are you? What would you say? What would you say? Like, do you even know yourself in reality? Do you even like know who you are? Do you even know what you're called to do? Do you even know what you're meant to do on this earth? And a lot of times, people like to blame the people that you are with, right? I am a wife, I am a mom. That's not who you are. That's not who you are. I am a wife, I am a mom. That's not who you are. That's not who you are. It's not. It's not. You are a wife. You are a mom. But that's not your name. That's not who God called you and assigned you to do. Like you have a calling, you have a duty, you have an obligation, you have something to fulfill. Being a wife and being a mom is an addition to who you are. It's an addition to who you are. Hey Gerard, you're going to make me cry because that's what for sure as I see myself. Well, that's because you have to stop and realize what you want to do in life. You have to really the crazy thing about it is that we are called and assigned to do things that we do in our everyday life and we won't even realize it. It took me to be 30 years old to figure out what I really truly want to do in life. And that's only because I got out of a relationship. I had to have hard conversations with myself and sit down with myself. Have you ever sat down by yourself and with yourself? It's the hardest thing in the world. I don't care what nobody say. It's the hardest thing in the world. When you feel lonely, when you feel like you ain't got nobody, when you feel like ain't nobody there, when you are sitting alone in your thoughts and being like, dang, I messed this up. Dang, I don't got no, dang, I don't got this. What am I doing with my life? When you really sit down with yourself and really have those hard conversations, it's hard. It's hard because your biggest critic is yourself. To know God is to know your purpose. When you actually listen, it's dead in your face. It is dead in your face. It is. It's dead in your face. You do it every day basis. And some of the things that we're even called to do, we hate it. We don't like it. You have to know who you are in order to realize that you're more, you're worth more, you're valued more. Your value is way up there. You just don't know it yet. You just don't know it yet. So, going back to just losing yourself in relationships, some people, again, think that it's the person that they're with that's making you lose yourself in a relationship. It may just be you. It may just be you. You're so unhappy and losing yourself in a relationship because you're too busy trying to be like the person that you're with and trying to accommodate for everybody else that you don't even know who you are. So you just sitting around miserable, depressed. Because at some point, you have to show up. And when you show up as a shell and you show out for everybody else, you're neglecting and depleting yourself. And then you don't know who you are on top of that. So I'll give you the remedy. Take time out for yourself. I don't care if it's 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Everybody sleep. You done with your duties for the day. You done cleaning up, the kitchen is clean, kids is fed, everything. Sit with yourself and ask yourself, what do you want to do? Pray. Ask God, what do He want to do through you? Do that. And do it for about 2 weeks and keep doing it. I didn't even know I loved plants until I actually got a plant and just start rubbing it down. When I tell you, it give me so much peace to plant, I just was, bear with me here because I know I'm about to jump around right quick. When people tell you you don't know what you want to do, you just doing it all. Don't mind them. Do it all. Do it all. So this means if you want to paint, if you want to garden, if you want to sing, and then you want to, I don't know, do accounting. You want to try school out. You want to try YouTube videos. You want to make TikTok videos. Do it all. Because you will never know what you love doing. You would never know what you need to pursue. You would never know what will be a hobby and just stay a hobby. You would never know what brings you peace. You would never know if you don't like something if you don't try it. You got to get busy. Your life is more than just being in a relationship, going to work, having a little fun here and there. Your life is more. Your life is more. And if you're in a relationship with someone who doesn't pour into you to help you find yourself, and notice I said to help you find yourself, this means that this person is not going to do it for you. This person is not going to, be the person to actually walk you through that. No, they should be there assisting you, right? This means that help me. Like, okay, okay, you need me to watch your kids while you go do X. Okay, cool. If you don't have that, you need to have a conversation with yourself. I would never tell somebody to leave somebody unless I know your specific situation. But this is something that you do have to think upon. Is this person going to help me meet or help me get to where I'm going? Or are they hindering me? And am I stagnant? Which one? Which one? Hold on, let me see. Sometimes we believe we can find our own peace in our partner, but it ain't. So we have peace, so we're never. Yes, yes. My patience too thin for playing. Yeah, with plans you gotta be patient. You can't give a person what they don't have. They don't know how to handle it, which is hard. It's true. It's true. That's true too. That's true. Some people that you're with don't even have the capacity. You may not even have the capacity. But that doesn't mean that you can't grow to do so. But once you do grow, is your partner going to grow with you is a question. That's the hard part. That's the hard part. So when we talk about therapy, when we talking about healing and uprooting, is your partner doing the same thing? Because if they're not, somebody going to get left behind. What can you do? What can you do? I say with myself so often to beat myself up so much. I need to focus more on the good in myself and bring me peace and happiness. I've been single for 4 years now because it's been too long. Okay, so I have a question though. There's a way that you can turn that, Yana. If you're sitting with yourself, right, and you're beating yourself up, change your mindset. Now, when you sit there this time and you beat yourself up, stop it and say, okay, so what can I do about it? If it ain't nothing you can change and it's back in the past, like for example, If you say, I'm not living the life that I want to live. I'm not married. I have a kid. I didn't desire this life for me. Let it go. It is what it is. You did it. Okay, now cool. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? You can't change it. It happened. It happened. Okay, you got a daughter now. You're not married. Okay, cool. You single. Okay, cool. What are you gonna do about it? Like, everybody's life look a little bit different than what they envision. It's not just the good that you have to pursue. It's also the peace within your mind that you have to pursue. The Bible tells us to seek peace and pursue it. This means you have to seek that thing out. You have to seek that thing out. And sometimes we can revert back to what other people do to us. They beat you up, with what you do, what decisions you made, whatever the case is. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I did it, so what? Okay, Ian. This is what you're gonna have to start telling yourself. Because at the end of the day, those thoughts will keep you in such a place of lowliness that you will start to even attract the lowliness of people. People that ain't even for you. Even environments, you can start to create an environment like that. A negative, condescending, low environment just for yourself. You got to start changing like your mindset. You got to start changing how and what you do. So instead of sitting there this time and being like in your thoughts, okay, yeah, you gotta get up. You gotta get up. You gotta move around. You gotta read a book. You gotta do something for your mind. You gotta exercise your mind to think differently now. Because now it's either you want to stay in that place or you want to grow from it. Because now if you want to grow from it, you gotta do the work. You gotta do the work. You gotta do the work. And not saying that you haven't done it, but now you have to do something differently because what you've been doing ain't working for you. So anything that you cannot change, okay, so what? You did it. It's in the past. We looking from this day forward on what can you change? What is in your control to change? If it's not in your control to change, don't try to change it and accept it and be like, okay, cool. But if it's within your power to change it for the better, do it. Do it. And every time that thought comes in your mind, even if you have to tell it out loud, shut up. Not doing it. I will not be depressed today. I will not feel this way today. My daughter won't have these feelings. I will not feel this way forever. Okay, it is what it is. I did what I did. So what? You're going to have to start just speaking life into yourself and into your situation. Ayala, as mentioned before, sometimes it's rejection and not knowing how to let things go. But I'm going to say this, though, especially if you are a faith-based person. The thing is that when the Bible tells us that the Son has set us free, right? We free from a lot of things. However, we hold on to it so much that when you even pray about it, God is like, I already released you for that. You're the one who keep thinking about it. You're the one who keep going back. You're the one who keep beating yourself up. When are you going to let it go? I cleared you from all of that already. I gave you a peace of mind already. But you keep picking it back up. So what are you going to do? I told you, stop messing with those people. You wanted to keep messing with them. I gave you an out. You asked for this money. I gave it to you. What'd you do with it? You mismanaged it. Sometimes we get things and we just want to hold on to the negative. We want to hold on to the past. We want to hold on to the traumas. We want to hold on to all of these things that you're already set free from. You're already set free. The Bible tells you that. It's easier said than done, but once you start to believe it, it's actually easier did than said. Start walking like it though. Start walking like it. Start walking like you're healed. Start acting like you're healed. Start talking like you're healed. You're bigger than your problems. You're bigger than your depression. You're bigger. You're worth more than just a wife. You're worth more than just a husband. You're worth more than just a boyfriend. You're worth more than just somebody's, boo thing just to call it. You're worth more. You're worth more. You're worth more. You're worth more. You're valued. Start walking like it, talking like it, dressing like it. You may not have the confidence right now, but honey, put that on. Put it on. Wear your best high heels outside the house, and I don't care what nobody got to say about it, because guess what? You look good. Do it. Don't wait around for nobody to help you out with it. You got it. You already done. It's already did for you. It's already done. 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 You're already healed, Yana. You already know who you are, Marin. You just gotta figure it out, and you gotta know it for yourself. Once you start walking and talking like it, okay, good. You get it somewhere. It's equivalent to saying, I need help, I need help, I need help. And somebody help you and you like, I'm just gonna. Come on. I told myself that if I don't gain or lose anything from it, it's okay to lose them or forgive it. I have boundaries. But you know what though? The thing is that you have to be very careful with that, Miranda, because gaining or losing something is not always physical. Sometimes people can be around you and they're robbing you and they're taking from you and they're helping you to your demise spiritually. It's not always physical. It's not always physical. You got to be careful with that one. Yes, put it on, honey. Put it on. Definitely been working on that. Depression, anxiety have definitely had a hold on me for so long. With that came insecurities, left me vulnerable. Okay, so just change your wording now. Because now, Yana, we're walking in the positive. We're walking in the things that you can change. So instead of saying depression and anxiety have definitely had a hold on me, start saying it in past tense more. I used to deal with that then, but now I don't deal with that. You have to start speaking life, because if you study, life and death is in the power of your tongue. So if you steady speak death into your situation, and start speaking things over your life, even if you're not doing it intentionally, you will start to fall back into that, because you're claiming that, right? It's almost like being in a contract. You have to start saying and speaking life into yourself, and believe that and keep saying it, even if your mind isn't following right now. The more you speak it, the more your mind is going to come into agreement with that and alignment with that. It's not always going to be easy, but you're going to have to do so to speak life, to live life again. Live life. It's okay to live your life. I don't know, y'all. Whoever that's for, it's okay to live your life. It's okay to live your life. It's okay. You can breathe again. You can do it. You're not stuck. You're not stagnant. You're not too busy. You can live your life. You can live your life. As a fellow people pleaser, you really have to guard your heart and feelings, because when you let them in, they see that people are pleasing their dream. Yep, people can, but I would say be yourself though. If you loving, because, okay, so here's the thing. I would say, yep, guard your heart. Guard your heart and your feelings. Be careful with who you let around you. Be careful of who you let in your circle. Be cautious. Don't be fearful. Be cautious. Be cautious of who you let even in your home. Because the thing is that be very selective. You don't ever want to change yourself though. You don't ever want to change yourself to accommodate other people. So people pleasing is essentially people, like, changing who you are to accommodate somebody else. Don't ever change who you are, because once you do change who you are because of a situation or a traumatizing situation or anything like that, that's how you lose yourself. You ever meet those people that be in love and then they get their heart broke and then they never the same? And then they're like this nasty, grimy person that can never commit to somebody. Honey, do you know how much trauma and turmoil you have to go into the insides of you? You know how many things have to be dead within the inside of yourself for you to lay to rest the person that who you were supposed to be, to become this person that has been overcome by the trauma and the pain and the hurt. You know how much energy that takes? Do you know you lost yourself? You would never know who you are until you pick up that piece of yourself and get rid of all of the things that you probably put on, the shell that you put on over all these years. It's hard. So just guard, be cautious, but don't change yourself for nobody. Unless it's a positive change, but other than that, don't change yourself for other people or because of trauma or because of what you've been through. Don't do it. You end up losing more than you ever would have if you ever done that or if you were doing it. It's okay to put yourself first. If you can't take care of yourself, you have nothing to offer the next person. That is correct. If your cup is empty, there's no way that you can pour into somebody else's cup. If you're depleted, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. I'm gonna take this dog thing off so bad. But there's no way, y'all. But depression and anxiety no longer have a hold on me. I'm more than my flaws and insecurities, more than my depression. I deserve happiness and I need, hold on, wait. Oh, where did it go? And I need to love myself before anyone else can love me properly. Honey, you said it. And you do love yourself. And Yana, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. You are loved. You are beautiful. You have a unique personality. You are a unique person, often misunderstood. But that's because you're very unique in what you're supposed to be doing. You know exactly what you're supposed to be doing, actually. You know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. The fear of you actually pursuing it is what's stopping you from getting to where you need to go. You just need to go ahead and pursue it, honey. Just do it. Don't think about it, just do it. Sign up for school. Okay? Loud and proud. Loud and proud. No, seriously. You do. Do you want to go back to school? Or are you thinking about something with school? You know what? You're talking. I like this. You know what? You're talking. I like this channel already. Oh, thank you so much, Carla. Do you want to go to school for something, Yana? Or you just talking about that or something? Thank you. And this is kind of what I want my channel to be about. As of right now, it's still kind of like, ship is slowly moving. Um, but as I become more organized, I feel like it will start to go um, more and more. So I do thank y'all for bearing with me. I thank y'all for interacting. That was me. I graduated in bachelor's degree. So what are you supposed to be doing something? So what are you supposed to be doing? But is that what you wanted to go to school for? Like now? So what are you supposed to be doing? What do you want to do? Do you want to work in a school? It's something with school with you. A bachelor's degree in elementary and special education. Okay. So do you want to be in the school? Or are you in the schools? We gotta talk, Yana. I'm a teacher and I do love teaching. Being a teacher definitely draining out. But what is it that you want to do though? Like is it just teaching or you want to do something else within the school system? Like are you trying to want to start a program? Like what are you trying to do beyond teaching in the school? Okay, let me see. It's possible I came from depression since I lost my mom at 13. Um, my big brother at 23, I'm proud to say I don't even know what it is anymore. Oh, well, that's good. I'm so grateful. I feel like when kids lose parents, I don't know the feeling of it, so my heart goes out to you. Um, but that's one of a kind type of thing to get over that because I do know adults that have lost their parents that is going through it. Depression is something that definitely you can definitely get over, but it also takes some work because when that thing tries to set in, it tries to set in and it could try to take you out. Especially being at 13, you had that. So I'm grateful that you overcame that. I am. Um, and I want to say I'm proud of you. It blows my mind how childhood trauma really affects the adult you become and how you see. Yeah, it is. It is. Foundation wise, parents can definitely set things foundationally, but also in your DNA. I always wanted to help people and make a difference in someone's life. I originally wanted to be a music teacher. I ended up switching to a regular. So do it, Yana. I feel like there's a feel for you, specifically for you. A role, a role specific for you in that school or whatever school that you were talking about or whatever school you work in, whatever, which one. God will make it plain to you. But I think that you should do that because once you start to gear off to where you need to go and what you want to do, God didn't give you that vision for you to just sit on it. So pursue it. Oh yeah, but it's just not foundations that your parents set, but also it could be generational things that you deal with, generational traumas, familiar spirits that you have to that you deal with. You know, as you can see, a lot of people deal with familiar spirits like mental health can run in somebody's family, being touched can run in somebody's family. Like it could be familiar spirits, depression all throughout that family. You know, unaliving yourself all throughout the family. It could be a lot of familiar spirits. It is so much stuff spiritually that people don't understand that you can deal with or that you have to fight and come against My bad, y'all. My fingers fat. That you have to fight against, unfortunately. That maybe you have to fight 10 times harder now because your mama didn't fight or didn't know how to fight, or your dad, or the grandma, you know, pass it down to them. And you know what I'm saying? It's so much stuff that we have to fight generationally that we may not even be aware of. Yeah, and it affects you in your adulthood. I always wanted to. Okay, no, that's the plan. I wish I went in. I'm not losing my mom completely, but I'm definitely glad she's without watching me. Yeah, I mean, grief is in stages. Grief is in stages, but I can't tell you this. I can't tell somebody how to grieve because again, I don't know that feeling. And even if I did, I couldn't tell you how to grieve. And that's something that I don't feel like is a part or a portion that God has given me to say. But what I can say is that in order for you to completely heal from it, you have to completely accept it. And unfortunately, it's hard to do because you were a kid. That's a lot of emotions to sort through, to not deal with it at the age that you do. Because how do you express all of those feelings? How do you even like say it? How do you even like understand it in order to express it thoroughly? That's hard. And happy belated birthday to her. Happy belated birthday to her. I'm gonna try to make it to an hour for this live. She went back. She went to the hospital on her birthday. So it's a lot to unpack. Yeah, it definitely is. But like you said, like I'm here for you. Um, Also, I don't know if you have a therapist or whomever, but definitely just talking to them, unpacking those feelings, and going back to when it first happened to sort out those feelings. Because that's a lot to unpack. That's a lot. But um, I'm going to try to start doing this more often, more and more often. Again, being more organized. Um, my music definitely helps me unpack those feelings. My very own therapy. I get it. I get it. But now you gotta do some soul digging. You gotta do some soul digging. Because although music may be therapeutic, you need to uplift and uproot those things. Because when you do lose a parent so early, you can have abandonment issues, which is the reason why you can be in relationships that you are in where you're like, I feel so lonely. That can also stem from that because it can turn into abandonment issues where it's just like I feel left, I feel alone, I feel like I don't have nobody, I feel like nobody's here. Even if you did have people with you throughout that time when your mother wasn't there, that feeling and that mindset can still settle in, which can show up in your adult world today. I think I'm gonna do this live again as far as like losing yourself in relationships because I do feel like I didn't really touch on them. But I did, but I didn't. Um, we're just gonna see where it goes, and we can definitely start talking about it. Yeah, but no, Latra, I do want you to seek that, and then also it could also show up as If you lost your mom, maybe you got women in your life that kind of fulfills that role, that makes you feel that motherly love. They may not even be for you romantically. Um, and I'm saying that in a way like they're not meant for you romantically. They were there to love you like a mother. That's what you were so attracted to. So y'all would never work out because you're filling a void with that person's love to feel something that they could never fulfill, really. It's almost like feeling a sinking ship. You would deplete yourself and you would deplete the partner you with, because you go still feel some type of yearning and longing. Something's missing. You said what? You sure you're not supposed to be a therapist? Exactly. I'm aware of all these things you're saying, and it makes me feel like I'm on the right track. You are on the right track. You are, because you're actively talking about it. And I don't want to be a therapist, but I do want to be a life coach. So that's why I really wanted to start this channel, because that's exactly what I want to do. Life coaching. I don't want to be a therapist, though. But you're definitely in the right place, when you get to talk about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get to release a different part. You know what I'm saying? You get to release a different part. Like, somebody listening. Oh, okay, I got a little solution. Oh, okay. Like, it helps. It helps to uplift and dig up that root. You're not just, see, when you do music and you do all of these things, it's almost like treating a symptom, but you're not getting to the root cause. You're not getting to the root cause. You're just treating symptoms. It's like taking a Tylenol for a headache. Did it get to the root problem? No, but it made you stop feeling that for a little bit. So you gotta stop messing with the branches and get to the root. So that way when you do your music, it ain't therapeutic, it's more fun. It's more energizing for you. It will become your first love again, instead of being an escape. So I want you guys to get back to loving what you do, loving who you are, and not escaping that. Because I know a lot of us can be a mother, father, and we can even escape through fatherhood, through motherhood. That's not who you are. That's not what your music is supposed to be about. So let's get back to it. Let's do the work, you guys. Let's do the work. Let's do the work. Let's do the work. So we could definitely start doing that. I'm gonna try to figure out how to do this live thing, and I've used so many women as scapegoats, and I feel so ashamed of myself for years, because I know my mother raised me better than that. So now I make sure I'm more careful and respectful now. That's good. That means you're more intentional. Yep, having a daughter. Oh, that'll do it every time. But you're more intentional. But you still gotta get to that root. You gotta get to that root. But I think we're gonna end for today. I did come on here really, really late, so I'm sorry, y'all. I'm all discombobulated. I came from TikTok, being on there for some hours, to all the way over here. Didn't even get my thoughts straight. Didn't even. That's unfair to y'all, so I do apologize for that. Because I came over here all discombobulated and all unorganized, honey. I'll be damned if she meet another me in my 20s. That's good that she recognizes that. Yes, and working doing better. Yep, that's always good. But I'm going to end the live here, and I think I'm just start doing this consistently. Um, but again, you guys, I'm gonna be more organized. So I do apologize if I was all over the place because I feel like I was. But just bear with me, honey. It's only my second live on YouTube. I'm still trying to figure this thing out. But when I do figure it out, honey, it's gonna be lit. I gotta get myself in the groove. Yes, I've always been a gentleman, but it was little things that bothered me. See, it could be something so small, and it could turn into something so big. I'm glad you stayed too, and hopefully we can. If you want to talk about it ever or anything like that, I'm here. Definitely here. Just like I know y'all will be here for me. So I do appreciate y'all, especially like y'all follow me from TikTok all the way over here. But I do thank y'all though. I really do. I feel like, again, I have to start building my community over here. So it's gonna be a little bit, but I do thank y'all. And I love y'all so much. And I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna try to go live every day on YouTube. Try to get it all organized. That's the only way that I'll be able to learn it and to do what I need to do over here. So I love you guys so much. Yeah. And I want it to be a safe space. That's exactly what I really want it to be. A safe space for each and everybody that's here. Just like how, I feel like it should be on TikTok, like when I do my lives over there. Definitely should be a safe space, and I want it to be that. Like, I don't want y'all to feel like y'all will be judged for something or, anything like that. That's exactly how I want to keep it. So, oh, I love you too. Oh, don't make me cry. I know, but I gotta build it up. Okay, I got y'all. I want y'all to unpack it all, honey. That's what I'm here for. Get me while I'm free. Get me while I'm free. Heavy on the get me while I'm free. All right, so I love y'all so much. So don't be nervous because you killed it. Oh, thank you so much. I was nervous. I really was. And when I got nervous, I forgot everything I was supposed to be talking about. I saw I'm gonna buy me a whiteboard and put something in the back so that way I won't get off track. Because I was all over the place. I'm gonna pay what I weigh, baby. Bag lady. All right, y'all. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. I feel like it was a successful day 2 for going live, but I do appreciate each and every one of y'all. I love y'all so much. And until next time, you said what I need to hear is okay. I'll try. Well, I'm glad that I did. But I love you guys so much, and I appreciate each and every one of you who came in, stopped by, commented, liked the channel, or shared the live, who has followed me, anything like that, engaged. I love y'all so much. I thank y'all. And Sabrina over and out, you guys. So bye.